They call it Lucky Day in Brawl Stars, which is honestly funny, because most days feel more like statistically disappointing day. But this time it felt different. Or at least it wanted to feel different. I went into Lucky Day playing Piper. Not because she's safe. Not because she's easy. But because when Piper works, she doesn't just win, she humiliates. Long range map, open space, just enough walls to give enemies hope before taking it away. From the very first shot something felt strange. Not broken, not overpowered, just suspiciously smooth. First enemy steps into range. I aim, I wait, I shoot, hit. Not a panic shot, not some lucky pixel hit. Clean, intentional. Like the game actually listened to me for once. Piper reloads slowly, like she always does. Calm. Confident. Almost like she's saying, relax, if they walk into range, that's their mistake, not mine. Second shot, hit. Third shot, they back off. And that's when you know Piper is working. When enemies stop playing the game and start thinking about their life choices. Lucky Day doesn't boost damage directly, but it boosts something way more dangerous, confidence. Every box suddenly feels reachable. Every angle feels playable. Every shot feels like it should land. And Piper feeds on that feeling perfectly. She's not aggressive. She's not fast. She's patient. She waits for mistakes the same way the game waits to disappoint you. Mid-game starts, supers flying everywhere, someone jumps in, someone misses. I don't panic. Piper's super isn't really an escape, it's a statement. A polite way of saying, no, you're not allowed here. I jump back, drop the grenades, land clean, aim again. Another shot. Another hit. At this point the match doesn't even feel like combat anymore. It feels like distance management. They want to get close. I want them to stay exactly where they are. Lucky Day just watches quietly. Then I miss a shot. A clean miss. And for a split second I expect the usual punishment. The counter push. The instant karma. But it doesn't come. The enemy hesitates again. Like the game says, don't worry, you're allowed one mistake today. That's when it hits me. Lucky Day isn't about luck. It's about momentum. About letting the match breathe just enough so you don't collapse after one error. We win the round not by pure domination, but by pressure. The kind that makes enemies feel like they were almost close the entire time. As the victory screen fades out, I remember something important. I still haven't opened the mega boxes. 2 of them. Just sitting there. Waiting. Pretending they don't control my emotional stability. But that comes later. Because first, Piper deserves respect. She's not flashy. She doesn't rush. She doesn't forgive mistakes, especially yours. On Lucky Day, Piper doesn't feel stronger. She feels validated. Like the game finally admits, yeah, if you can aim, you probably deserve this. After that match, I didn't rush into the next one. Because when the game suddenly starts feeling nice to you, that's usually a trap. Piper doesn't forgive overconfidence. She rewards patience and then punishes greed. So I take a breath, check the lobby, and notice the first mega box just sitting there, glowing like it knows exactly what it's doing. Mega boxes are funny. They're basically hope in a cardboard shell. You don't open them expecting something good, you open them expecting disappointment, and somehow that makes it hurt less. I tap it anyway. The animation starts. Coins. PowerPoints. More PowerPoints. For a moment, it feels like the usual story. And then, Piper. Not a skin, not a miracle, just progress. But somehow it feels right. Like the game saying, relax, we're not done with you yet. Back into Lucky Day. Same brawler. Same calm. Different enemies. Piper on Lucky Day feels less like a sniper and more like a judge. Every shot is a verdict. Hit, you're allowed to live a bit longer. Miss, maybe next time. Enemies try to play aggressive. They always do. That's the mistake. Piper doesn't chase. She waits. She creates distance and dares you to cross it. One enemy dives in hard, full confidence, zero fear. I don't even move. Shot lands. Another one. Suddenly that confidence disappears. They back off, heal, hesitate. That hesitation is everything. That's Piper's real damage. Not the numbers, the doubt. Lucky Day turns that doubt into pressure. You can feel it in the way enemies stop pushing together and start acting alone. At some point I realize I'm barely even reacting anymore. I'm predicting. I'm aiming where they want to be, not where they are. Piper becomes less about reflexes and more about reading people. Someone strafes too much. Someone walks in straight lines. Someone panics. You punish all of it. Calmly. Politely. From very far away. Another supercharged. I hold it. That's the hardest part. Not using it. Piper's super feels powerful, but using it at the wrong time turns control into chaos. I wait until they commit. Then I jump. Grenades drop. Space resets. The map belongs to me again. For a few seconds, it feels like the game slows down just to let me enjoy it. The match ends. Another win. Not clean. Not perfect. But controlled. And now there's still one mega box left. The second one. The dangerous one. Because after one decent box, expectations rise. And expectations are how mega boxes hurt you the most. I stare at it for a moment longer than I should. Because deep down, every Brawl Stars player knows this feeling. The quiet hope. The stupid thought that maybe this time will be different. That maybe Lucky Day actually means something. I tap it. The animation rolls. Coins again. Power points again. And for a second, nothing special. Just enough to make you exhale. Then more rewards appear. Not insane. Not game-breaking. But enough to feel okay. And that's the scariest part. When the game doesn't crush you. When it just gently nods and says, "Good session." Piper would approve. Because Piper isn't about jackpots. She's about consistency. About showing up, hitting shots, and leaving before things fall apart. I go back to the lobby knowing something important. Lucky Day didn't give me insane rewards. It gave me something rarer. A session where nothing went terribly wrong. And in Brawl Stars, that's almost legendary.